Hey friends, it is Friday, April 3rd. It is tax season and your girl is tired. But I was thinking about something that I think is important for you all to know about. It's called the IRS Dirty Dozen. This is a very important list the IRS posts every year of 12 of the top scams that they see that are impacting taxpayers. So I thought that as we do the run up to the last 12 days of tax season, because today is April 3rd, we got 12 days to go. I figured that every day for the next 12 days I could come on and talk a little bit about the IRS Dirty Dozen scams. This is available on the IRS website, so if you either Google IRS Dirty Dozen or go to the irs.gov website, you'll be able to find this. But I wanted to cover some of them today, so let's talk about the first one on the list. The first one is email and phishing scams. So this is a very popular one where you may receive a text message or an email from the IRS, allegedly from the IRS, stating that if you don't click on this link and address your tax debt immediately, that they're going to send the police or that you're going to get into some kind of trouble. The first thing to remember is that the IRS is not going to text you or email you. The IRS, if they need to reach you, are going to reach out to you by letter first. And that letter that they send you is going to have a letter ID and the reasons why they're reaching out to you and a phone number for you to call, which will be the IRS offices. And when you talk to the IRS agent, that person is going to ask you for the letter ID at the top right corner of the letter, and then they will be able to help you with the letter. The IRS is not going to call you. They're not going to text you or send you an email. And if someone were to contact you, you would have already known to expect them, because maybe you're being audited and so you have the name of an actual auditor. So make sure if you get any kind of text messages or emails from what you think is the IRS, that you don't accept them, that you don't click on any links, that you don't pay any money, because that is a very popular scheme that people use in order to steal your identity. And sometimes they steal information. I remember many years ago, I got a new client, and she was terrified. She was referred to me by an attorney friend of mine, and she said that this person called her on the phone and claimed that she had this tax debt, and they were threatening to send the police to her house, and she was terrified until I explained to her that that was a scam. So I want you all to understand that the IRS does not reach out like that. If an IRS person were to reach out to you, you would have already had a letter, multiple letters, and been assigned an auditor or someone whose information you would have. And then when that person contacts you, they're always going to have your their information, like their ID number. They're going to identify themselves. They're not going to ask you to use a gift card to pay them, or some of the other things that you may have heard. So that is the first of the Dirty Dozen. Have you all been the victim of any of these scams? Hopefully not. Have you received any text messages or emails? I know I did. My mom did. Funny story, my mom got one call one year, and she called me. She said, "Do you know these people called me from the IRS and told me that I owed thousands of dollars?" And my mother, she was a very spicy lady, so she told them off. She said, "I don't owe you any money." And she said they were kind of arguing with her about it. And I said, when she called me, I said, "Mommy," because my mother, didn't have to file a tax return. I said, "When was the last time you had to file a tax return?" And she stopped and she thought about it. She said, "Oh, you're right. I haven't had to file a tax return in years." So that was another lesson that I always like to share with my clients and, people like you that are watching this video. If you get a communication from someone by phone or text or email claiming they're from the IRS, they're always going to lean on the sense of urgency. So don't feel the need to just jump into whatever they're asking you to do. Just stop and think, is this how the IRS would reach out to me? I don't think so. The IRS wouldn't be demanding money immediately or offering, not offering or threatening to send, the FBI or somebody to you. One day, when I used to work at my old company, I got a call on my work phone, and there was someone claiming that they were from the IRS, and I allegedly had a tax debt, and they were calling from a DC number, and they said that if I didn't pay them by a certain day, and I told them, I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Well, I'm going to report this number to the FBI and the Treasurer and Inspector General for Tax Administration." And that person hung up. So they do like to prey upon people being afraid of them. So just know, if you get one of those text messages or emails, never click on any links. Never take any phone calls from anybody from the IRS. And if you received a letter, you should just be able to call the IRS. And if you're concerned that someone reached out to you via email, text, or by phone, you can report that to the IRS by going online and going to the IRS website, or just typing in IRS phishing scams or tax scams. And usually there's a way for you to provide the email or a copy of the text so that they can investigate it. So with that being said, this is number 1 of the IRS Dirty Dozen scam, and I will be back every day for the next 12 days till we get to the deadline to share the others. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a comment, like, and share, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.